Now, ArcLab is a mobile learning platform that enables you to create multilingual training content that can be shared directly to your staff's mobile devices without a need for any app or learner accounts. Their responses and data are captured live and presented on your analytics dashboard for you to easily track their learning and performance. So in this demo, I will take you through this three-stage process of creating, delivering modules to your learners, and tracking of their analytics on ArcLab. Now first, ArcLab operates entirely on the web browser, so to begin creating your content, simply open up your preferred web browser, head over to our website and enter your login credentials. Now upon logging in, the first page that you'll see is your project dashboard. So this is where you can see all the learning modules that you've created or you've been working on. Now think of these modules here as your typical PowerPoint deck. So each deck or module contains your different content or training topic. You can organize your different modules into folders, and these folders in turn can then be shared directly with your learners wholesale such that they can access all the different modules that are contained within. So this follows a similar concept to how your Google Drive or OneDrive shared folder operates, giving you a very convenient way of administrating and delivering your content to your workforce. Now to begin creating your first module, simply head over to the top left button here, New Project, click on it, and then we could give your module a title. Do your first training module. And then we click on Create. Once done, you'll be directed to this editor page here. So this is where all the creation occurs. Now on the left side of the screen here, you have your screen's preview thumbnail, where you can see all the screens that you have on your module. You can drag and drop to adjust the sequence in the module. And then at the center here is like your working canvas, where you'll be adding or editing your information for each of your screens. Now, whatever you see here will be what your learners will be looking at as well. And it's in a portrait format to mimic the orientation of our mobile device. On the right side here is where you can configure your screen-specific settings, such as your font sizes, text alignment, and whether or not you choose to display media for that particular screen. So everything is built to be very simple and intuitive. The UI and layout looks similar to your Microsoft PowerPoint, so something that most of us will be familiar with. And the whole idea here is to help your administrators and the creators get onboarded and conversant with the platform easily and fast-free. Now back to the center of the screen here. By clicking on this media display window, you can easily upload your own image, upload your own videos, or if you wish to, you may also directly embed stock images or videos from your YouTube or Vimeo accordingly. So let's give this a demonstration. I'm going to search for that, and then I'm going to embed this video here into this screen. Now, right below is where you can enter your text. So I'm going to give it welcome to your first video. You can style your text accordingly by bolding it, italics, underline, or you can add a hyperlink as well. You can add in your emojis too. And then finally, you can label your action button. And just like that, we have our first screen ready. Now, ArcLab offers a selection of different types of screen that you can add to your module to better meet your training needs or enhance your learners' engagement. For example, if you like to add a quiz or survey component to your module, there's MCQ screen, multiple select screen, or your open-ended question screen, and a like it skill screen as well. So there's versatility in how you can use and apply the platform for your own needs. We'll go through just some of these screens in our demo, and you can feel free to explore the other screens at your own time. Now let's take a look at this MCQ screen, for instance. Now, this is an example of how it looks. So similarly, you can add your pictures or videos at the top here. Enter your questions right below and fill out your options accordingly. On the right side screen settings panel, you can configure the number of options to display to your learners. You can then select your correct response and then insert your answer explanations, enable retries and display hints if you'd like to. You may also up the challenge for your learners by setting a time limit. Now, the MCQ screen can also be doubled as a polling screen simply by changing the question type toggle from quiz to poll here. Now, open-ended screen, likewise, you can use it to collect open-ended feedback, or you can compose a more challenging open-ended assessment question too. And here's an example. What are the core values of our... Now, to save you the time and effort from having to manually grade your learners' responses, you can enable the auto-grading function. Click on auto-grading here, enable it, and then simply enter your correct keywords to your question. So, professionalism, and then we add it in. And then we leave the system to grade your learners' answers for you. Now, ArcLab also helps you to create more inclusive training for your workforce with different language needs. So with our Smart Translate feature, you can automatically translate all your content on ArcLab into any language in a matter of seconds, saving you a huge amount of time and effort involved with having to create a different language content entirely from scratch. So here's a demonstration. Go to the Smart Translate icon here, add Smart Translation. Let's translate the content to Chinese. And once done, we click on Start Translating. And there you have it. All our content is translated from English to Chinese. Now, there are no limits to the number of translations that you can add to each module, so you can go ahead and add as many translations as you will need for your workforce. Now, once we're done with our content, you can proceed to enhance the visuals of your module by heading over to the Design tab on the bottom right corner of your screen. All right, we can go on to change the color of the different on-screen elements. You can change your background image. You can add in your logos to whatever suits your organization's branding and colors accordingly. There are also a number of ready-made design templates for you to choose from. Now, once you're ready with the content and design, you can head over to the preview button at the top right here to check out how your module will look like on your learner's end. Once you're satisfied, simply click on Publish, and your module will now be live. Now, with your modules up, we can now proceed to add your learners into the system so that we can share the modules with them. So let's head over to the Learners tab here. You can choose to add your learners' details manually, or simply use an Excel spreadsheet to bulk upload your learners' details. So this is a sample spreadsheet consisting of learners, your learner's ID, the name, email or phone number, depending on how you like to deliver the invitations to them, whether via email or SMS. And then finally, we have our learner groups. So learner groups are is how you like to categorize them into, and it can range anything from your learners job roles, cohorts, departments, work sites, or outlets. So once ready, we simply click on Save. And then we proceed to upload the spreadsheet into the system. Right? And then once the learners are uploaded, we go back to our dashboard. So earlier, I've prepared a set of training modules that I'd like to deliver to my learners. and I've already compiled them into a folder. We go to the ellipsis icon of the folder and click Manage Learners. And then simply assign your respective learners or learner groups to this folder. Once learners or learner groups have been added, we can proceed to schedule an invitation to them, or you can choose to send an invitation link to them immediately for them to access the modules. You can choose to include a custom message such as the deadline or any other contextual information for them if you wish to. So for example, please complete I ready. And then once you're done, you can click on the invite button. And depending on your preferred mode of delivery, whether you choose to send the invitation link to them via SMS or email, these custom message will be included within. Now, take for example, we have sent out our invitation link. Let's see how this turned up on our learner's end. So what you see here is my actual mobile device, and assuming I'm the learner, I don't have to download any additional apps into my phone. I also do not need to have any login IDs or passwords ready. Now, the ease of access here is the key. All I have to do is to head over to my default SMS or email app, depending on how the invites is being shared with me. And in this case, we're using SMS. So I'll just need to head over to my default SMS app, click on the message received from ArcLab, and then click on the passwordless login link within. And this will automatically direct me to my personal learner dashboard where I can begin the modules that have been assigned to me. Now, even after sharing your modules with your learners, you can update or edit your modules anytime on demand by simply heading into the specific module, and then you make the necessary edits. And then once these changes are made, simply click on Publish, and your modules will be updated automatically on your learner's end. Now, assuming that our learners have completed your modules and you have accumulated some data, you can proceed to track your learners' progress and performance on our folder analytics dashboard, where we get a heads-up display of the key metrics, such as how many people have completed the modules, how many haven't, the average training duration, average performance scores, and those people who are lagging behind on their assignments. You can also choose to filter and compare the analytics across the different groups that you've categorized your learners into. And you can also filter the analytics to a specific date. And of course, you can export everything to your Excel for documentation or for further analysis. You can dive even deeper to examine the analytics on a modular level. So we head back to the dashboard here, click on this graph icon, and then for this module, you will get a summary of the learner sessions, the leaderboard, completion rates, question tags, and performance heat map. You can also view individual learners' attempts, or you may view performance by the different questions that you have in this module. So for example, how many people selected option 1 or option 2 for your MCQ. And for your OEQ, you get a word cloud display of the most commonly registered responses. So with this analytics in place, you can go on to gather the necessary insights for you to better allocate training resources, map skills gaps, or to refine your training content to help your learners learn better and deliver better work performances. Now, finally, allow me to introduce ArcLab Discover that features an extensive template of modules contributed by the different ArcLab users and our team as well. So in here, you can get an idea of the wide range of use cases or how other users are leveraging ArcLab for their own organizations. Now, whether is it to save creation time or to maximize the use of the platform, you can feel free to use and adapt any templates that you find useful by clicking on the thumbnail. And then you can click on Use Template. And this entire module, along with its content, will be copied over to your own dashboard where you can make the necessary adaptations accordingly. Now, we hope this demonstration gave you a good idea of what ArcLab has to offer and would definitely urge you to create your own builder account. It comes at no charges and no obligations, and you can simply take the platform for a spin. Now, anytime you or your team face any issues or doubts while interfacing with the platform, you can click on our live chat support bubble here at the bottom right of our page to pop us a message, and myself or my team will offer you the immediate assistance. Now, thanks so much. If you have any questions regarding the platform at this moment, please feel free to fire away.